Okay, so I think in 2025 was the year that I really figured out what I wanted in a guitar, which might seem weird because you're like, you've been playing guitar for 20 years. How do you not know what you want in a guitar? And I was always just kind of like, I'll just play whatever. I'm not picky. Well, I chose to be picky this past year. And to do that, I ordered some guitars and I really dug deep to figure out what do I want in a guitar. And I'm so happy that I did this. I've ended up selling around 20 guitars. It might be more than 20. To pay for these 4. Now, the guitars I'm going to show you, these are not given to me. These are guitars that I bought with my own money. And like I do with anything, if there are guitars that don't get played as much anymore, I sell them. They're still great guitars. It's just I'm looking for, some other kind of inspiration. And these 4 have been absolute home runs. Some of them I have not done videos on. Some of them I have already. But I wanted to talk about them and explain what I wanted out of the guitar and why I ended up getting it. Okay, so guitar number 1. Now this is one that you guys have already seen. I've already done a demo on it, but it is very crucial in this whole thing here. So this is a Tom Anderson Icon Classic in the gold bowling ball finish. It is still the best guitar I've ever played. If you want the full specs and stuff, I'll link the demo down below. I'm really not going to dive into specs here on these guitars. I might mention a few key things, but this to me is an absolute perfect guitar. For playability, it's just unmatched. Stainless steel frets, it's a Gibson scale length, not a Fender scale length. The reverse headstock, I've talked about that already. The paint, I just love the way these look. And to me, this is like the Tom Anderson finish. But this guitar is phenomenal. Another one, had to sell 4 or 5 guitars. This one was a little bit different though because I ordered this one without playing it first. So I really had to, make sure that I knew what I wanted because I ordered it actually at the beginning of 2025, maybe around March or something, and then I got it in November. So it was a huge roll of the dice, but I had played so many Tom Andersons at that point. I was like, I think I'll love this guitar, and dude, it's the best. It's the best playing guitar that I have right now, and it would take a lot to beat this thing. So this is the first one of the 4. Like I said, you've already seen videos on it. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but man, if you have not tried, especially the new Tom Andersons, dude, the new ones are even better than the old ones. Alright, so guitar number 2 is one I have not done an actual video on yet. I've used it in some videos, but I have not done a dedicated video to it. Right here, this James Tyler. This is how I mentioned that the Anderson was the best playing guitar that I own. This guitar plays stupidly well. This is the most versatile guitar that I own. There is not a tone that you cannot get with this thing, and that is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want that out of the Anderson, as weird as that might sound. I was like, I want the Anderson to really be pretty simple with the controls, and I just want it to, play like nothing else. Now, this one plays, like I said, it's like next level good playing, but when I was talking to Rich, I was like, hey, this is what I want. I want series parallel on the pickups. I want to be able to add the neck pickup in here. I want the preamp. I want all these things. And I was explaining to him, because it was actually an old Tom Anderson I had a 96 that had the switcheroo system in there. I'm like, I want this system kind of in this guitar with a few tweaks that I wanted done to it. And he's like, oh, you need this. That is where this guitar came from. Another one I had to order. Now, I did have the advantage, if you guys have seen any of the videos that I have been lucky enough to do with Dan Huff, spending so much time around Dan playing his Tylers, they really have a unique feel to them. and I loved them. I was like, oh my god, I have to get one of these. It is just, like I said, it's just tone paradise is how I would describe this. And another one, I probably had to sell 5 or 6 guitars to pay for this one, but well worth it, because I've always kind of subscribed to the thought of I'd rather sell 4 or 5 guitars if it means I'm getting one like next level great guitar. So that's what I did with this one. This is the second one. Like I said, I will have a dedicated video on this. They actually recorded this guitar being built for me. That was the only thing I asked Tyler. I was like, would you guys be up for recording it being built? So I have to get that footage from Rich. I haven't gotten that yet. But just, oh my God, what a guitar. This thing is incredible. Like I said, you could record a whole album with just this guitar. It tones for days. Now this next one is another guitar that I've already demoed, done videos on, talked about, but I wanted the ultimate shredder guitar. And for me, there's only one ultimate shredder brand of guitars, and that's Charvel. I wanted the ultimate Charvel. Listen, Ibanez makes great guitars, Kramer makes great ones, Jackson, all of them make great shredder super strats. My favorite brand of all time is Charvel. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh my God, that's it. That's the one. Ebony fretboard. These are DiMarzio pickups. X2 and something. They are like smoking hot pickups. I normally wouldn't even have thought to go with these. This guitar just sounds it's comical how big it is. Like when you're recording, you have to roll so much low end out of this thing to make it sit in a mix. But when you get to play it on your own, you're just like, oh my God, this is the, most gigantic guitar tone ever. So this was my like holy grail dream super strat, I guess you could say. And it lived up to every bit of the hype. Like I said, it makes me think of being a kid looking at magazines, and I would see the Charvels, and I'd see Warren D. Martini playing them. I'd see Jakey Lee playing them. So I wanted one that was not... It wasn't a signature model of anybody, and it was zebra, not tiger. Everything's always tiger. This one was zebra, and I was like, man, let me get my focus point better for you. But anyways, I was like, this is the one. This is my end-all be-all shredder guitar. And the final one is a guitar that you guys have seen a couple times, but I have not done a dedicated video on it. I'll leave that up to you. If you want me to do a dedicated video, I will. But this thing, oh man. This is a wild ride of a Tom Anderson. So obviously once I got that bowling ball, I realized I could play things on the Andersons that I couldn't play on other guitars. Like I said, all the other guitars play so great, but the Andersons were just that extra little bit, and I realized that I really liked the way that my playing was on them. So this one came in used to Guitar Center here in town, and Tony over there texted me, and he's like, hey, I've got this used Angel, because I told him I was either wanting a Pro-Am or an Angel. So went in, tried it. I mean, needless to say, like, it basically grabbed the guitar and felt it, and I was just like, done deal. This thing's incredible. We strung it up. It didn't really need any kind of setup. Like I said, this one was used, but what it had on here that I had never had on a guitar before is something that Anderson calls a Baby Floyd. Right there. This is my favorite tremolo. The problem I have with tremolos is sometimes the bar sits just a little bit too high and it makes your hand sit awkwardly. Because I like to have the bar in my hand while I'm playing, and then I can just... I can just kind of like dip and dive by just pushing down a little bit with my fingers. without changing my technique. This is the perfect tremolo. I love this. The Baby Floyd. I don't know if that's the actual name or just what Anderson calls it, but it is so good. I love it because I wanted one that was recessed. That way I can pull up. I did not want a locking nut. It's a real love-hate relationship with locking nuts on guitars. I really prefer this. This thing does not go out of tune. It stays in tune really, really good. I just love the way the tremolo feels. It is so smooth. You notice on 99% of my tremolos, I'm a 2-bolt, trim kind of guy. My old Strat has a 6 saddle or 6 screw, but I just like a 2. I just think they feel better. And there's this one. Like I said, this was the final one. Amazing guitar. If you guys want an dedicated demo to it, just let me know. But that's kind of what it just led me to. I really wanted to fine tune, and I was like, instead of having a bunch of guitars, why don't we just have a handful of guitars that are, just everything you want in a guitar. So, I mean, that's not going to replace like a Les Paul or something like that. But as far as a Strat, Super Strat kind of thing, dude, these are it for me. I absolutely love these things. I'm still going to check out other ones and stuff, but this one, I mean, I could have included the Reb Sur, but I've had that in so many videos here recently. I was like, you guys are probably sick of seeing that guitar. But it easily could have been in here too. So on that note, I'm just going to bounce on out of here, guys. And I can't say enough good stuff about the Andersons and the Tyler and the Charvel. I mean, dude, just such great guitars. I love when a guitar makes you want to play and practice. So other than that, homies, I'm going to bounce on out of here. Just know how much I appreciate you, and I will be seeing you all later. All right, bye, homies. Woo!